Good morning. I'm Judge Tammy Long Hayward, Court of Clayton. The jail calendar for October 7th of 2025 at 10 a.m. Courtroom 304 in the Clayton County Justice Center. I'm going to call a calendar, and I know we had a couple of add-ons from the trial calendar. Ms. Huff, Mr. Martinez. So the first case that I have is Quintarius Eatman. Quintarius Eatman.
He's not in the courtroom, Your Honor.
Okay. Does it
The bench was here.
be,
Once more, yeah.
is he out to bond? Was he in the jail, or is this an
He's-
ad?
I think it was an add-on. He's out to bond, so I don't know if the court would entertain a bench warrant, but he was it looks like it's a traffic ticket, so I don't know if it's a FTA or a bench warrant, but following too closely from
Okay.
2022.
If he bonded out, he will go on the next arraignment, wouldn't he?
I'll put him he's OTB, so I'll put him on the next arraignment. I hadn't heard that name from the trial calendar, so I think this is an arraignment. All right, Teresa Shandell Huff. Ms. Huff should be in the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor, she's in the courtroom.
Judge, Ms. Huff is present, and we're going to go forward with the plea. I believe I just need to talk to her a bit more. She's going on right now. Need to walk her through some of the things she's going to have to do. If we could hold on that plea, just so I can go forward, speaking to her just a little bit more.
Reginald Antonio Johnson.
Your Honor, before you go to Mr. Johnson, Ms. Huff, she has two cases. It's one that's on the trial calendar. The other, I didn't know had she been arraigned on it. Looks like it was a battery family violence. Has she been arraigned on that?
I don't think she has been arraigned on that. I need to double check that though. I was aware of it, but I do not believe that she's come in for arraignment.
Oh, you know what? Scratch that. It looks like December of last year.
Okay.
Okay.
So that one's coming up on a trial calendar soon.
I don't know what date, Your Honor.
No, what I mean is, if she was arraigned back in December, she's likely to be on a trial calendar.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So, Mr. Lynch, you need to talk to her about that one too.
And I certainly will.
Okay. All right. So next is Reginald Antonio Johnson.
Yes, Your Honor, that's going to be a negotiated plea today.
All right.
Excuse me, Judge, can you hear me?
I hear you now. What's the matter?
Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
I'm sorry. I was having problems with my audio. Mr. Eatman, Quintarius Eatman,
Yes.
I was trying to get your attention when you came up on him. He has paid his fine in full.
Oh, okay. Well, that's perfect. Thank you. So Mr. Eatman is. All right. So that case is done. Thank you, Miss Amanda. All right. We were at Cavaris Lemaine Jones.
Your Honor, that's an SSD.
Can we verify how long Mr. Jones has been in jail?
I can look it up, Your Honor.
Judge, he was confined on September 30th.
Ooh. Okay, so we'll do a modification for him. All right, Raven Annette Long.
It appears she's not in custody, Judge. I believe she must have made bond, if that's
Okay, Raven Annette Long.
Yeah, she's
It's
not in custody, Judge. She must have.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a case from 2017, so I'm assuming she called and asked to get it resolved, maybe?
Well, I would
Yeah.
expect that she got picked up on an FTA and then bonded back out of jail.
Yeah, I see it. Looks like she has new charges. She had a new charge for giving false name or false information from September 8th. So maybe she bonded out on that charge.
That would make sense.
okay. So she's OTB. We'll put her on a calendar and hopefully she gave us enough information to actually reach her. Capricia Mack.
Judge, that's going to be a plea today. I did want to ask Mr. Brooks, just make him aware that she did, on the initial arrest, she did 30 days. The recommendation doesn't necessarily reflect that, but we're going to get that resolved today.
Okay. All right.
All right. Next is Obed Habakkuk Martinez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Or
I'm present.
Martinez. Okay, and is your attorney with you?
Yeah, he told me he was gonna be in this meeting, but I don't know if he's in the meeting yet. His
Okay,
name
so
is
hold on.
Donnie.
He should be coming in.
Okay, thank you, Your
You're
Honor.
welcome. So Shakia Renee McKnight. So we gave her about a week to kind of figure out what was going on for her probation revocation, and the other case that she had. Did we determine anything for Miss McKnight?
I did determine a couple things. So according to Ms. McKnight, she's got court on that felony charge tomorrow. I also found out that to kind of go to some of your other concerns, and I'm not sure how the court would view this, but she tells me that as a condition of her probation in DeKalb County, there is a requirement of mental health evaluation and I believe some classes along those lines. But we're still kind of in the same position. She still wants to resolve her probation and misdemeanor case that we have. But I must admit, I didn't get, I wasn't able to secure any resources for her or really make much progress on that, Judge.
Well, if she's got a felony, is it possible to get her? This is what we were talking about before. If she's got a felony, is it possible to get her into the mental health, the behavioral health court
Yes,
upstairs?
I figured out who her public defender is on that, but I haven't made contact.
Who's the public defender?
I think it's Nicole. Now, first name's Nicole, but I can't remember. the last
Okay. Do we need to reset one more time, or what do we need to do?
Judge, I'd be comfortable with that.
Okay.
And I can try to talk to the public defender and see if that's an option. I believe, but again, I think there's some kind of resolution contemplated, but I think that more than likely another week won't.
I would take you 2 weeks. What do you think, Judge? 2 weeks? Because you got a felony, right?
Tomorrow, of course, I don't. So that is,
Yeah, what's the calendar tomorrow? Is it an arraignment calendar or is it a resolution calendar?
let me look that up, Judge.
And I'm kind of with Miss Val, because if you haven't talked to her, her attorney attorney in Superior Court, you're still going to need to talk to her, especially if the attempt is to get her into behavioral health court.
I agree. Let me see. I did find the.
All right, 2 weeks. Reset for that.
So she does have a calendar tomorrow, and it is an arraignment calendar.
Yeah, if it's an arraignment calendar, a whole lot not going to be done on that.
And I don't disagree. That's probably the case, although I don't know if
I'm not trying to hold her. I would like really for the behavioral health court or the felony court to take of her stuff with upstairs. And then that way they have more resources than we have down here. And that would help us to get her some of the help that she could use. The problem that I have is that we gotta get someone to coordinate all of this.
I'll
And
I'll
so,
do my best to talk to Miss Jones. I guess it's Nicole Jones.
yeah,
Today or this week, if not today.
all right, thank you. Okay, the next,
So that's 2 weeks, Your Honor?
yeah, next case on the calendar is Andrew Lee Wilcox.
Judge, I asked Mr. Moore to submit a mental health evaluation. I submitted the information to him based on that, and you should be getting a mental health order from Justin Moore today.
For Wilcox.
Yes.
All right, he can go back down. LaShondra Denise Willis.
Oh, Judge, I'm sorry, I do now recall the change to the law. I'm not sure whether you wanted to
Have the hearing?
have a very brief.
Okay,
hearing
bring him
here.
up. I mean, leave him up. We'll do that. All
Just
right,
to make sure
LaShondra
everything-
Denise Willis.
Judge, that's going to be a negotiated plea. I did want to talk to Mr. Brooks very briefly, but we'll resolve that with the plea today.
All right, so who are we ready on?
We're definitely ready on Miss Mack
And Johnson.
and Reginald Johnson. We'll start with
All
Johnson.
right, bring him out.
Which one is that, Your Honor, Mack or Johnson?
Either one, I don't care. Whoever do it.
Charles, would you prefer if I sent you texts about my little minor questions, or do you want me to chat?
If you could text me. And if the court would allow a little bit of grace so I can read these texts in between.
I got you. That's fine. Good morning. All right, so are you Mr. Reginald Antonio Johnson? Okay, step closer to the microphone for me. Speak up a little bit and raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. So, Mr. Johnson, you're before the court on 2025 CR 08912 for criminal trespass. Reginald Antonio Johnson. You're represented by Attorney MJ Tortorello, who's with you at the computer. Ms. Tortorello, what is your client plea to the offense before the court?
That would be a NOLO plea, Your Honor.
All right, by entering now, before we go forward, because I've got a message about Mr. Johnson, I think, from Judge Jones Parker, and my understanding is this is not his only case. So, are we aware of any other cases pending?
I'm not aware, Your Honor, but I did look him up under inmate search, and this is the only case that's holding him.
Okay, hold on. So let me check and make sure of the message she sent me yesterday.
Judge, if I'm not mistaken, sorry to butt in here. I think Mr. Johnson does have other pending cases before Your Honor that
Says he was originally assigned to me, then somehow he ended up with her in error. So he's back with me, but she said that he had a jail case and he has, she said that the attorneys in her courtroom didn't handle the case because they wanted to do a global resolution. So there's something else out there.
He has another criminal trespass, looks like case number 2025-07453. And it was previously on August 19th calendar.
Was it just one case at Brooks? 'Cause I do know that we entered a not guilty plea at that time, and I believe he was out of custody.
There's a battery family violence also.
That's what I thought. I think he's out on bond.
2024 CR 05670. That's also looks like previously on the August 19th, 2025 calendar.
And we did enter not guilty pleas at that arraignment. But if there's another offer to resolve everything, we'll certainly discuss that with Mr. Johnson.
Mhm.
But my understanding is he's out on bond on those charges.
Okay.
For efficiency's sake, would the court entertain trying to globally resolve all of these matters? I don't have those other two files.
I'm fine with that. If y'all need to go ahead and look it up and talk about it.
But I mean, and not to, and I understand I do have, I believe that I'm correct that he's not held in custody on those charges.
So you just want to do this case today and then deal with him on the battery and the other criminal trespass later?
Yeah, I mean, because if we're not
That's
gonna,
fine. Okay.
The only caveat to that
Uh-huh.
is with that other criminal trespass that I was not aware of,
Uh-huh.
that that's gonna amend the recommendation.
Okay. Mr. Lynch?
I don't know how it ended up in Judge Jones Parker's courtroom either. I'm trying to say it doesn't look like this is a case in which there's a co-defendant.
So,
I'm not sure how they did it.
it an issue with his LE number, and he had two separate LE numbers, and so somehow it got onto her calendar for her jail calendar yesterday.
I see.
And she caught it and she sent it back to me. And she said the reason she didn't just deal with the jail case was because he has other cases and the attorneys in her courtroom were trying to do a global. But when she said it's actually my case, she sent it over to me with that information.
I see.
And Your Honor, as far as this case before you, my client, Mr. Johnson, for the record, has accepted the offer before Solicitor Brooks stated on record that he was going to change it. I understand that because my client has accepted the offer, it's binding on the state, but not on Your Honor. So we are asking that we can just move forward on the negotiated plea.
I'm fine with that. Is there any strong objection from the state with
Well,
resolve? Go
yeah,
ahead.
it's just so he has the same charge. So he's out on bond for criminal trespass. He's now will be if court accepts the plea, be charged on the same charge. And this charge, this recommendation didn't contemplate that he that he was out on bond on this. And I feel like this recommendation was made from the JP prosecutors who were not aware of his prior history with this court. And so that to the extent that I guess I'm just thinking on the efficiency sakes to try to close them globally, it makes more sense.
I'm all for a global.
And Your Honor, let me speak to my client about something that he wants to do. If he just wants to resolve this case, he has the right to just resolve this one case, Your Honor.
All right.
And he's accepted the plea offer.
I got you. We'll talk to him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do we have Mac?
$717. Just to add additional information on Johnson, it's looked like his prior criminal trespass, he was in custody from 7/17 through August 2025. So he did some significant time on that. It will probably be on that particular count. On the family violence battery, I'm still looking that up though. 4, 5. All right. And Mac. It's 2 days, isn't it?
All right, y'all let me know when you're ready on Miss Mack.
One moment, Judge. Mr. Brooks, I'm gonna send you a chat real quick. She's not verified. She doesn't verify.
All right, so I've signed a modification on Mr. Caveris Lamaine Jones. So I modified it to credit for time served in lieu of fine. And once the jail gets that, Mr. Jones can be released on these charges. We don't know if he's been held on anything else, but he can be released on the SSD. And I'm just, y'all ready on Mac?
Mr. Brooks, so she was initially arrested though on the initial arrest back in 21, right?
It's not showing that.
I mean, the police report reflects she was taken into custody.
It's saying October 3rd, 2021. Looks like she might have bailed out almost immediately. Page down. Nonetheless, the recommendation is 24 hours unless she's already served 24 hours.
And she has served 24 hours and we're comfortable going with a no contest plea. We were just considering asking being suspended, but if the recommendation is not going to change, you know, based on us asking the court to consider that, we'll go forward.
Okay.
We ready?
I believe so, Your
Were
Honor.
you picked up in another jurisdiction? Okay, so that's probably she was picked up in another jurisdiction.
Gotcha.
Ms. Mack? Raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. So, Ms. Capricia Mack, 2022 CR 01028, you're before this court for disorderly conduct. I'm assuming it's disorderly conduct state. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Lynch, what does your client plead to the offenses before the court?
No contest, Your Honor.
Right. So, Ms. Mack, by entering, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself or present any testimony or evidence against yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things? All right. Factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, ma'am. On October 3rd, 2021, officers with the Clayton County Police Department responded to Myers Bar and Grill in Jonesboro at 3745 Mount Zion Road regarding a disturbance. Officers made contact with a complainant who advised there was a group fight. The officers did confirm that Miss Mack was involved in this fight. It looks like the victim of the altercation was Sierra J. This all occurred here in Clayton County. State's recommendation to count 3 involving Ms. Mack is 12 months to serve 24 hours, $100 fine being suspended upon time in custody. And she's not returned to Myers Bar and Grill. That's, I may not be saying it right, Myxer Bar and Grill at
Mixer.
Say that again.
That's Mixer.
Oh, see, you're much better than me. Mixer Bar and Grill at I have conflicting addresses, but for the records, it's either 3745 Mount Zion Road, Jonesboro, Georgia 30236, or 2745 Mount Zion Road, Jonesboro, Georgia 30236. Nonetheless, the name is Mixer Bar and Grill.
All right. All right. Mr. Lynch, anything on behalf of Ms. Mack?
No, Judge, we just asked the court, accept the plea as recommended.
All right. Ms. Mack, how do you know Ms. Jester? Kiera Jester?
Other person.
I don't.
This was,
Okay.
her brother was initially.
I can't hear you.
I was
What
just,
now?
I was just with my brother and his girlfriend.
Okay. Yeah. It's always better to walk away than to fight in public, Miss Mack. We too grown for that, okay?
Mhm.
All right, because you see how many times you've had to come to court for this?
Mhm.
And it's a waste of your time, your resources to keep coming back for something that you could have been avoided. I know people can get on your nerves. I know you can get angry with folk or you're trying to support family. But I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of times because of my job, there's a lot of times when people will get on my nerves. People have cut in front of me in the grocery store. People have bumped into me, and I just stand back and put my hands up and let them have it because I have too much to lose. And when you are in the mindset that you have too much to lose, you let the petty stuff go. Okay. All right. So I'm going to accept your plea of nolo. I'll send you to 20 hours credit for time served. Balance will be suspended, and $100 fine will be suspended. And as long as you do not go back to Mixer Bar and Grill in Jonesboro, Georgia, and also do not have any contact with Kiera Jester. All right. All right. Thank you.
Your Honor, I have an announcement on behalf of Mr. Reginald Johnson.
Okay.
He just wants to move forward with the case that's before the court.
Okay.
And for the record, he maintains his not guilty pleas for the other 2.
Okay. All right. Bring him up. Please make sure that Mr. Johnson has his information on record so that any notices for the other 2 cases can.
Yeah.
All right. So Mr. Johnson, I've sworn you in, you're entering a plea of nolo. So you understand your rights. We've gone through all of that. What is the what is the factual basis and recommendation from the state?
Yes, ma'am. On September the 10th, 2025, officers with Clayton County Police Department responded to Discount Mart located at 834 Highway 138 Southeast Jonesboro, Georgia, regarding a individual who had been previously on September 6, 2025. Officers made contact with the manager of the property, identified Mr. Johnson as the person who was on the property in violation of the prior criminal trespass notice. Officers did place him under arrest for criminal trespass. This all occurred here within Clayton County. State's recommendation to that particular offense is 12 months to serve 10 days. The balance is to be suspended on not returning to Discount Mart located at 834 Highway 138 Southeast Jonesboro, Georgia.
All right, so Ms. Tortorello, anything else on behalf of Mr. Johnson?
Yes, that my understanding is a credit for time served. I believe he's already served 10 days in jail.
All right. Mr. Johnson, why Discount Mart, sir? What's going on there?
I was trying, I was patronize, I was trying to patronize Family Dollar.
Okay, well, that's different than Mart. You know where Discount Mart is? Don't go back there.
Right by the McDonald's, right? Like by McDonald's by Tar Boulevard.
No, that's not the same place. Okay. So when you go into Family Dollar's, the front of Family Dollar is red. You got that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If it's not red, it's not Family Dollar.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm going to accept your plea. I'll send you to 12 months to serve 10 days, credit for time served. Balance will be suspended. Do not go back to Discount Mart, okay? And that's not Family Dollar, that's Discount Mart. Don't go there.
Your Honor,
Discount Mart is across the street.
may we have a very brief bench conference?
Yeah.
Very brief.
All right, so let's see, breakout rooms.
You can take him.
All right, doing breakout rooms, breakout room number 1, 2, 3, 4. Create. All right, I'm gonna put the courtroom and Mr. Brooks in breakout room number 1, and I'll join.
Your Honor, do you want Mr. Johnson back out or?
No,
I'm sorry, you broke up, Your Honor.
no, I'm sorry. Mr. Johnson is done. We're good.
Thank you.
All right, so let me go over the calendar so we will know where we are. Eatman is done. We still have Huff pending. She has one case, the DUI before the court, and then it's my understanding there's another case. Mr. Johnson's case is complete. That was a plea. Caveris Jones is a modification that's been done by the court. Raven Long, Lee, Mr. Martinez, we were waiting for his attorney. Has your attorney appeared, Mr. Martinez?
Not yet. Let me try to call him and see where.
Yeah, give him a call
is.
because I spoke to him in court yesterday and I'm not sure why he wouldn't be here.
Okay, let me give him a call.
All right, go ahead and mute your device so we don't hear you talking to your attorney, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, Ms. McKnight, that case is gonna be moved for 2 weeks, reset. Wilcox needs to come out and speak with me, and LaShondra Denise Willis is a plea. Are we ready on Willis?
Could we do the hearing for Mr. Wilcox briefly first?
Yes, that's fine. Bring him out.
Stand right here. Judge, this is Andrew Wilcox.
All right, Mr. Wilcox, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true. Mr. Wilcox, are you able to answer me? Okay, so, you can put your hand, Mr. Wilcox. Mr. Wilcox, so we're here before the court with Mr. Andrew Lee Wilcox. Mr. Wilcox is charged with theft by shoplifting. He's represented by the law firm of Lister, Holt, and Dennis. Mr. Owen Lynch is his attorney. This is case 2025 CR 08812. The state is represented by Solicitor General Charles Brooks. This is a determination of whether the court needs to order a mental health evaluation for Mr. Wilcox. So I've attempted to swear Mr. Wilcox in. I'm unable to, I guess, get him to focus on that. Mr. Lynch.
So Judge, if I may ask Mr. Wilcox just a few very basic questions, and then I'll leave it into the discretion of the court.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Wilcox, do you understand before this court? Okay, do you understand the English language? Do you understand who I am? I'm a defense attorney. Do you understand that? Okay. Do you understand you've been charged with a criminal offense? Do you know what criminal offense that is? If I were to speak to you about that criminal offense, would you have a conversation with me? Can you state your name for the court? I don't have any further questions, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Brooks, anything?
Nothing from state, Your Honor.
Okay, so at this time, the court believes a mental health evaluation should be the next course of action. If you'll present that paperwork, I'll sign it.
Thank you, Judge. All right, you can go back.
All right, who's next? Willis is and Huff are the remaining cases.
You go ahead and do Ms. Huff.
All right. Raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony.
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. All right, this is State of Georgia versus Teresa Shandell Huff, 2022 CR 06290, for 1 count of DUI, 1 count of DUI less safe, 2 counts of open container, counts 3 and 4, and count 5 is improper lane change. Mr. Owen Lynch represents Ms. Huff. The state is represented by Solicitor General Charles Brooks. Mr. Lynch, what does your client plead to the offenses before the court?
Judge, I believe what was agreed upon was a guilty count one per se. Any charges being null pros, but Mr. Brooks, since I spoke to Mr. Tipton about that, if Mr. Brooks can just verify that, I'm not trying to do anything. Mr. Brooks, you're muted.
Forgive me, I was saying my records reflect the same. Count 1 and count 2. Two would merge into 1.
All right. So by entering a plea of guilty to count 1, count 2 will merge, counts 3, 4, and 5 will be no pros. You give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things, ma'am? Ms. Huff?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Factual basis and recommendation.
On incident date March 19th, 2022, officers with the Clayton County Police Department responded to a single vehicle accident at West Fayetteville Road and Beseda Road here in Clayton County. Officers made contact with the driver of the vehicle. The vehicle was lodged in a ditch. Identified the driver to be Miss Huff. During the course of the encounter, officers suspected that alcohol may be the reason for the accident. Inquired with Ms. Huff, asked her how much she had to drink. She stated enough to drink. Eventually, she advised she had consumed a bottle of pink martini. Officers conducted a DUI investigation. Ultimately, did find indicators of impairment. Placed her under arrest, read implied consent, to which she did agree, and to a blood draw. Her blood alcohol content did reflect the per se limit, at 0.17. This all occurred here within Clayton County. State's recommendation to the per se count 1 is 12 months to serve, 24 hours credit for time served. The balance is to be probated. She's to pay a $300 fine, complete 40 hours community service, partake in a DUI risk reduction program, submit to random testing, get a substance evaluation and treatment should it be necessary, and follow all recommendations of that evaluation, and partake in no drugs and alcohol during the course of probation.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Mr. Lynch?
Okay, so we are gonna ask the court to accept the plea as negotiated. Ms. Huff did, she has taken responsibility, and accountability for what happened on that date. Ms. Huff did come to court yesterday with an 11-month-old child, and I asked her to be excused until today so she could go to a meeting. My understanding is that unfortunately, she has at least temporary lost custody of that child, due in some part to her financial situation. So I am going to ask the court to waive probation fees. She has,
Okay, I don't know that people lose their children due to financial
I
situations.
mean, so Judge, obviously that's not the whole story, but that
You don't
certainly
have to
plays a
tell me the
part.
whole story. Just don't tell me something that's not true.
Well, certainly it's not my intent to. It's not true. I think the result of her financial situation and some of the struggles she's dealing with has put her in a position where her ability to care for the child has been called into question.
Okay,
by-
let's ask a couple questions. Ms. Huff, how old are you?
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 36.
You what?
36.
36. Okay, so you closer to 40 than you are to 20. All right. So how many children do you have?
Just my 11-month-old.
Okay. And what do you do for a job?
I was working, but
I can't hear you. Come closer to the
I
microphone.
was working, but I don't work anymore. I stay at home and take care of him because he was born with Down syndrome, and I can't afford to pay for the special needs daycare.
Okay. So he's not with you anymore.
As of yesterday, no.
Were you receiving caretaker's benefits from the state?
I was.
Okay. So, all right. Let's deal with what is right now. Okay. Because the sentence for this DUI is going to have some requirements. I don't generally move off of the requirements because I feel like having a DUI is a choice that you make. And you got to be responsible for your choices. Okay, before you had your child, what did you do for a job?
I was working at Walmart warehouse.
Okay, all right. Do you have a diploma?
I do.
Okay. Have you ever considered going in and getting a trade or some other education to assist you?
I had thought about going back to school, but like I said, my son put a lot on hold. Well, he didn't put a lot on hold. I put a lot on hold to take care of him.
I got you. What would you do if you went back to school?
I'm not sure.
Okay, let me suggest some things. Start thinking about the fact that we need people in trades. And I'm not saying you're not smart enough to go to college. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying to you is you need the kind of flexibility that allows you to be there for your son. You need the kind of money that allows you to not just get this taken care of, but to also take care of your life. You got me?
Yes.
So I think sometimes people don't think outside the box. They think they're trapped. So they say, well, I came out of school, I didn't go to college. What am I going to do? I'm going to work for retail or fast food. Retail and fast food, I used to work for Department of Labor, so I'm going to just be honest with you. Retail and fast food, they're never going to get you past a certain point. You're going to always be broke, is what I'm saying. If that's all you're doing, if retail and fast food are all you're doing, you're going to always be broke. You got me?
I did go to college. I just stopped going.
Okay, well, how far did you go?
I only did 2 years.
So you've got 2 years of college.
Yes, ma'am.
That's almost an associate's degree, which means that you can get a job somewhere else. Now, this is not going to look good on, but you can apply for some jobs that won't take this into consideration, especially since it was so long ago. Okay, let me let you in on a little secret. You know who has a lot of job openings? Government, cities, counties, lots of jobs. And you know where we are in Metro Atlanta? What are there a lot of? Cities and counties.
I'm aware of that. And like I said, I've always had a great job, but up until I had my son, and he requires a lot of attention and has special needs.
I got you.
That put in on a lot of stuff because
I'm in light of that, ma'am. But what I'm saying to you is if you're going to put yourself in a position to get your son back, one, it's about sometimes knowing what to apply for, because not everybody's paying for special needs daycare. They get supplements to help pay for it, number one. And number two, if you can show the Department of Family and Children's Services, where I also used to work, if you can show them that you have made some efforts to make some changes to make you more economically stable so that things like this don't happen anymore, then you need to do that. So what I'm saying to you is make the effort to start getting yourself on solid footing. And that's how you get your child back. We clear?
Yes.
Because this was long enough ago to where if you don't have this again, then that's just a blip on your radar. But you got to start thinking forward of what to do. I stayed home for like my really early. I had a micro preemie, so 25 weeks. So I stayed home for a time with my son. But at some point, you got to get yourself in a position to where you find a good caretaker, you get whatever supplements you can from the state, and you move forward, because you still got to take care of yourself and take care of your child.
I may qualify now that I don't have a job, but at the time when I was working, I didn't qualify for government assistance because of how much I was making. Like I said,
Okay, you might, he should have. Do this. Speak with the Department of Social Services. Ask to speak with somebody who can kind of help walk you through whatever benefits would be available to you. Lay out everything. Some benefits for your son, benefits for you as a caretaker. But what I really want is for you to be able to get a job or a business that helps you take care of your son, so that even if those things don't come through, you can make arrangements for what he needs. Okay? Because I'm gonna tell you a little secret. As a person whose son has some developmental delays, this is lifelong. And so right now is just this is like the first step. You got to get him to adulthood. So that means that you got to be able to be stable and get him through adulthood. Okay? And being a card, I know, but you got to figure it out. And you got to figure out first, I always tell people, put the life jacket on yourself first, because you can't save anybody else until you're stable. Is what I'm saying making sense?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to focus on, while you're getting this knocked out, I want you to focus on trying to figure out whether you're going to go back to school and get a trade, or whether you're going to take your 2 years of college and find a job that will give you benefits, insurance, sick time, vacation time, a pension, all of those things. You got me?
Yes.
All right. Now, I'm not fussing at you. I fuss a lot, but here I'm trying to encourage, because I know how hard it is to be away from your child. My son was in NICU for 5 months. That's hard, especially since you've been caring for him up to this point. So let's see if we can't get him back as quickly as we can by getting you on stable footing. Okay?
Yes.
All right. All right. Yes.
Your Honor, just to, I guess, perfect the record on Ms. Huff's second case, 2024 CR 08522. The state does not see a jury trial date reflected in CPUA.
Okay.
But I did want to put the recommendation on the record, because it's a probation recommendation, and saying that she would be going on probation. The only additional condition will be family intervention program. Do all that.
Mr. Lynch, did you want to consider that all at once so that we could do a global, and then that way, once she's finished with both of these, she's finished?
Can I have one moment?
Sure.
Mr. Brooks, could I have that case number, please,
Yes, ma'am.
again?
2024 CR 08522.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Judge, that recommendation, Brooks, I do see the utility of getting everything resolved together. However, from speaking to Ms. Huff, she still wants to explore potential defenses in that matter.
Okay.
And, she needs to evaluate where she is. So I would ask that we just, if it needs to go on a trial calendar sooner than later.
I mean, it's gonna get on the trial calendar. I'm Miss Val is in charge of that. No problems with that. But I wanted to at least, and thank you, Mr. Brooks, give her the opportunity to consider that. Now, Miss Huff, this is what I tell you. You still have bond conditions from that 2024 case, and those bond conditions say that you're not to have any contact with the person who's listed on the bond conditions. You're not to go to to the location possibly where this incident happened. If you have those bond conditions, and if you don't remember exactly what they say, before you leave the building today, get a copy and reread it and keep it with you so you understand. Because if you were to violate your bond conditions, you could be arrested, you could have bond revoked, you could remain until such time as your case is resolved. You could also be charged with additional misdemeanors or felonies. Do you understand?
Yes.
So it's important to me that you know. So get the bond conditions. If you don't already have a copy of them, get a copy today on the first floor of this building in the state court clerk's office before you leave this building, because you don't want to mess up and not know. I'm sorry?
I said I have it and I'm aware of it.
Okay, all right, that works. Because you're the first person to tell me. I said, I have it, I'm clear. All right. So, ma'am, I'm going to accept your plea. Guilty count 2 will merge you to 12 months to serve 24 hours credit for time served. Balance will be probated for you to pay a fine in the amount of $300. It's going to be closer to $1,000 with the surcharges, 40 hours of community service, a risk reduction course, no alcohol or illicit drugs during the course of your probation, and you're subject to random screenings for alcohol and drugs. And you are going to take a substance abuse evaluation and any treatment that may be necessary. Now, I'm going to suspend the supervision fees for 3 months, for the first 3 months, to allow you to get on your feet. But you need to immediately, if not sooner, start looking for a job. We clear?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then you'll be getting notice. Please make sure your address is correct with the clerk's office, because you'll be getting notice of the remaining case on the docket. Okay.
Yes.
All right. What I'm going to ask you to do now is, when you leave the courtroom, you're going to go to your right outside the courtroom to the next courtroom, 305. You're going to go in and speak with Miss James. Miss James is the probation expert. She's going to get you signed up with probation. The quickest way to get rearrested and to mess up on probation is to not appear. If you fail to appear for your probation reports, they'll send me an arrest warrant and I'll sign it. If you fail to do your special conditions of probation, as I have ordered you to do, then eventually they'll send me an arrest warrant and I'll sign it. So please make sure you do those things. If you have any difficulties, please don't hide them from your probation officer and say, well, I just didn't know. That's the first person you should disclose that to and have them help you figure it out. Okay. All right. So you can leave the courtroom, go to your right into 305 and get signed up for probation.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right. All right, and I'm not sure who we have next. I think it is Willis.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Attorney Pulliam for Mr. Martinez. Just wanting to let you know that I have arrived.
All right, Mr. Pulliam, because we were about to be finished and before you even got here.
Sorry about that. It's many conflicts today, but I'm here.
I
So
got you. All right, so Mr. Martinez. Mr. Brooks, you ready on Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Mr. Martinez, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down. So you're before the court on 2024 CR 10222 for Obed Habakkuk Martinez. You're represented by Mr. Don Pulliam, and he is here with you on the hearing. Mr. Pulliam, your client is before the court for speeding, count 1, and tinting violation, count 2. What does your client plead to the offenses before the court?
Your Honor, to the speeding offense, we plead guilty.
All right, and tinting will be no pros?
That was
correct.
my understanding. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
All right, so by entering a plea of guilty to Martinez, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things, Mr. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Factual basis and recommendation, please, Mr. Brooks.
Yes, ma'am. On March 29th, 2024, officers with the Morrow Police Department were doing on I-75 SR 54 intersection or exit. Officers observed a vehicle traveling at a rate of speed of 93 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone. Officers initiated a traffic stop, identified Mr. Obed Martinez as the driver. Officers issued a citation for the same. During the course of the encounter, they did determine that his tint was darker than the legally permitted amount. State's recommendation to count 1 is a $500 fine. Count 2 is being all pressed.
All right. So, Mr. Martinez, the fine is $500. It's with the surcharges going to be $737.50. You can give you 30 days to pay because you're not at the courthouse, but I can also extend that to 60 days. If you need a longer time, we have a probation option.
Yeah, I don't need longer time. I can pay him as soon as I get the link, or I don't know, is it going to be an online payment?
So no, there's 3 options. You can come into court on the second floor and pay in person, or you can get the information about how online or by. Now, there might be a small surcharge attached to that by paying online or by phone, but that information will be in the email that you get. So this is the next thing. I'm going to need you. Do you know how to use the chat function?
Sorry, the what?
Chat function.
No.
Okay, Miss Amanda, if you could send Mr. Martinez a test so that he can respond to you. So Miss Amanda's going to send you a chat. It's going to show up on your screen as a red box with a white number in it, or you'll see something pop up next to the chat function. When you see that, click on it, and it should open up a box where you can type in your email address and resend it to Miss Wright, Amanda Wright.
Okay. Can you repeat the 3 options? Because when you were talking, I don't have really good service over here.
That's okay. So you'll have the option of coming to pay in person or of the Clayton Justice Center, the Banky Justice Center at 9151 Terra Boulevard. That's on the 2nd floor of the building in the traffic court window. The other options are to pay online or by phone. The email that you will receive will give you instructions about all 3.
Okay. Understand now.
Okay.
Thanks, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right. So did you see the chat from Miss Wright?
Yep.
Okay, click on that. Make sure you check letters, numbers, and symbols are in the right order for your email address. And once you send that to her, then you'll be free to go unless you have any other questions for us. Mr. Pulliam, did you have anything?
No, I didn't, Your Honor. Thank you for your time.
All right, no problem.
Okay, I just sent her my email.
Yes, and when Ms. Wright, just indicate when you've received that. So Mr. Martinez, over the course of this afternoon and tomorrow, just check your email. If you don't see it, check your spam folder. And you should get that from the clerk's office of Clayton County, State Court Clerk's office.
I do have the email.
All right, so that's it. And slow down for me, Mr. Martinez. You're not driving one of those Challengers or Chargers, are you? I got it. All right, Mr. Martinez, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Have a good day.
All right, Mr. William, thank you. All right, and the last case on the calendar, I believe, is Willis. All right, Ms. Willis, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. So, Ms. Willis, you're before the court on 2025 CR 09245 for for criminal trespass. You're before the court with attorney Owen Lynch, who's with the law firm of Lister, Holt, and Dennis. Mr. Lynch, what is Ms. Willis' plea to the offense before the court?
No contest, Judge.
All right. By entering a nolo plea to criminal trespass, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things, ma'am? I'm sorry?
Yes.
Okay. Factual basis recommendation, please.
Yes, ma'am. On September 23rd, 2025, officers with the Clayton County Sheriff's Department responded to located at 6330 Boulevard in reference to two trespassers. Officers made contact with Miss Willis as one of them, and both had been previously criminally trespassed from both Texaco gas station at 6331 Terra Boulevard and Checkers 6339 Terra Boulevard. Those businesses are located right next to each other. Officers arrested Miss Willis for the same. This all occurred here in Clayton County. Looking at Miss Willis's history, it may suggest that there may be a housing situation. He had three of the same prior charges, and the most recent one being in August of 2025. So the state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 45 days. The balance is to be suspended upon staying away from Texaco and Checkers, located at the addresses previously mentioned. That's 6331 Terra Boulevard and 6339 Terra Boulevard.
All right, Mr. Lynch.
Judge, I'd ask the court to accept that recommendation.
All right. All right, so ma'am, I'm going to accept your plea of nolo. I'll sentence you to 12 months to serve 45 days, credit for time served. Balance will be suspended as long as you do not go back to the addresses of 6331 Terra Boulevard and 6339 Terra Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia, Clayton County. That is the Texaco station and the Checker station, respectively. All right, so Ms. Willis, please ask to speak to a chaplain before you leave the jail to see if there information that they might could assist you with getting back on your feet or at least finding temporary housing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. I believe that's the last case on the calendar, unless there's something I have not addressed.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right, so this calendar is adjourned, and I'll see you all at 12:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
12:30?
Okay, somebody's saying your honor. Yes?
Yes, Mr. Austin. Did we talk with Ms. McKnight?
Miss McKnight is gonna be pushed for another couple of weeks because she has something that may have a bearing on this case, or this case may have a bearing on her upstairs case.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, before you close down the meeting, I just wanted to make sure we're reporting for trial at what time?
12:30.
Thank you.
All right.